Oh, bestie, you are on the precipice of greatness. You have entered the new timeline, and you have had it up to here with about everybody around you. You are starting a revolution on how you're going to stand on business, and I'm here for every freaking second of it. I'm gonna grab my popcorn. People thought you were crazy. They doubted you. They thought that you didn't have it all the way together. They thought you were behind the scenes falling apart, but you've been concocting a plan. And all these illusionists, these Decepticons, these alleged friends or family members with their emotional manipulation, the people around you that have been very greedy, these little energy con artists, you have clocked it. So let them think that you're a whole basket case. Okay, you make basket case look good because you get results and your telepathy is going to be on 20. You are going to scare people with how you see through them. And I mean right through them. You are seeing through all the BS and you are not letting anybody take your kindness for weakness because people were really trying to play with you. Will the real Slim Shady please stand up? God is granting you access because you are now empowering yourself. This is what you've been up to the last week or two. You have been working on empowering yourself, and that has not been easy. You have been losing your voice, standing up for yourself. Like, I said what I said. Why can't you get on board? Oh, okay, I got it. You're not tall enough to ride this ride. Okay, you're not equipped. Okay, you're not acquainted with the facts. Okay, you're still on that BS. People are super intimidated of your galactic nature. I said what I said. People are super intimidated of your galactic nature. They're like, oh, they're magical. I can get something out of a hat. I can get a rabbit out of a hat too. But all they're showing you is poverty, and people want to brag when they can brag, and then when they can't brag, they get real quiet. You ever notice that? You ever notice that? These people, they're like, when it's good, they're like, look at me, it's so good. Ugh. And when it's bad, you don't hear nothing. You don't hear anything. Hello? I can't. When they're in poverty and the chips are down, you don't hear crickets from them. And if you do, it's so they can get attention. It's so they can milk something. It's because they want people to feel sorry for them. They're like, oh my gosh, my life is falling apart. And if you're not like really like being my shoulder to cry on, and you know, if you're not really being my shoulder to cry on, I'm just gonna have to like walk away. Or actually, they don't even say that to you. Some of them don't even say that to you. You are done with people pump faking their audacity. You're going to call it to the carpet. You're going to call it what it is. A spade, a kitty, whoever. You're like, you play too much. Yeah. And I no longer engage with you anymore. I'm not talking to you at all. Because you see this. People are going to be showing you who they really are. Who they've been trying to hide this whole time. This whole time. They have been hiding something from you. Like, what is really going on in their life. And now that it's hitting the fan, they're going to try to spin it a different way. I see you guys standing on business, calling out, quitting, walking away, saying F you to the matrix, F you to the man, F you to the woman, whoever these terrible people are. I see you saying F it. I need to adapt to this new timeline and I don't have time for you. I don't even like you. Well, some of these people you might have liked, but you're like, oh, you were fake. You were fake. Your empowerment was fake. Your friendship was fake. Your love was fake. Your bribe was fake. All those things came with strings. If you are new here, I'm your bestie on the internet. Hello. And I hope you guys had a beautiful weekend, aka, flowers. Valentine's, Presidente Day. And I just love you guys so much and I just want to squeeze you. We're getting ready for the new timeline, all aboard. But again, if you are new here, I'm your bestie on the internet. Hello. I am your favorite YouTuber. I am your spiritual cheerleader, your cosmic advisor. I'm your chicken noodle soup for the soul. So without further ado, let's jump into today's message. You don't care who thinks you're a raving lunatic right now. Everything you're saying makes sense. Let's put it that way. People are acting real weird. They're acting real funny. And you're either going to call them out or you're going to walk away. But they will know how you feel. You are adapting to this new timeline and you aren't playing with the mess. You're praying against it. You know what you have to do and you are determined, even if you don't have the freaking energy. So people could be looking at you like they're melting down. Oh my gosh, they're a perfectionist. Oh my gosh, they're dissecting everything. Oh, they pick so many things apart. They pay way too many attention to details. Put your middle fingers up and let them stay there. You have a job to do. The new timeline is here. And all the little haters in the back or the people that were faking the funk, okay, you learned a day or two ago that you cannot pump fake God. You know, you learned. So you're looking at everybody around you that maybe tried to fool you. They maybe tried to pump fake you a time or two, or they were just putting on a front. Anyone that has been putting on a front is really showing their behind right now. And it's just sad. Some of it is sad and other parts of it is like, well, you knew that was going to happen. There's an airplane flying overhead. It is about to go down. Grab your popcorn. You're going to be in a different type of hermit mode. Like you will somewhat be accessible. Like people might hear about what you're doing, but you're cutting people off with the quickness. You're like, I got my popcorn. I got my little dog too. I don't care who thinks I'm freaking crazy or who thinks I did what on purpose or intentionally. I don't care. You are learning to deal with the recklessness in your life, or where people have showed you who they are and you didn't do nothing about it, or you were like, I'll deal with that later. Now you're dealing with it. Now you see it clearly. And mark my words, you are promising yourself that you are going to get this timeline right. With this eclipse energy or the powerful energy shift that you are going through at the time that you click on this message, you have spent many sleepless nights trying to sort out this dark hermit mode. You have been emotional. You have cried. You have cleansed. You have purged. You have screamed. You have sung. You have danced. You've done all the things and you're like, I look a little crazy. I don't care. I don't care. Because if people aren't acquainted with the facts of me, aka you, I don't need to get out the rule book. This is how I do things. This is what I don't deal with. You're like, I don't care. It's it's sink or swim. You are showing people, I got to do what I got to do. And this might shock some people, but you're really showing others where they're not tall enough to ride this ride. And you are really tapping into the wisdom that you have been acquiring on this bumpy ride. When I pulled out the confirmation for your message, I was like, you're not going to believe this. You're not going to believe this because of what you've been going through. You're so busy taking out the trash and like, oh my gosh, I need a nap. How am I going to adapt? How am I going to do things in a more flow state? That's not easy to do when you have so much on your plate. You're a chosen one. You have a lot of responsibility. I'm talking to entrepreneurs, influencers, messengers. You're a star. And you about had it up to here. So you are looking for the most peaceful resolution. That might be prayer one day. That might be not answering the phone the other day. But people are on you like a crazy person. You are going to be feeling so synced up. Like your telepathy, I can't talk. Your telepathy is going to be on like 12. Affirm it below. My telepathy is on 12. It's about to be on 20. So let's say you're trying to sort out some plans and then you go to message somebody, you're like, they were already messaging you, or vice versa. You are going to be so psychic right now. Use that to your benefit. If you know your phone is getting blown up and you're like, I'm trying to do less. I'm trying to do less. And I need people to say less. And I need people to text me less and call me less. So you're going to put your phone on Do Not Disturb. Where normally you might be like, oh, I can't do that with family. They need to get a hold of me. I can't do that with work. They need to get a hold. You don't care. Leave a message at the skirt beep. What you are not going to believe is going down is, you know, the rude awakening is here, but you don't really know what's in store for you. You're praying like, I'm adapting. I've got to empower myself. I know I have the power to do this, but you are in fact graduated. You have graduated from this bumpy ride. Yes, you have. And the first thing that I got out for you guys was the 10 of Pentacles. I got the 10 of Pentacles. Then I got the Queen of Pentacles. I got the Wheel of Fortune and the World. You are catching a lot of people red-handed that their life ain't on the up and up, and that's not really on you to judge or to care about, but you're just trying to steer clear of it. It's garbage day again. And you are realizing too that the garbage has been stacking up metaphorically, physically, whatever it is in your life. You've just been noticing, dang, that garbage is like piling up really fast. Like, I need to take all this to the curb. So it could be you wanting to really de-junk, you just like really cleaning, being in this cleaning mode, but just trying to make things really tidy. And then on top of that, seeing where people got their own mess and you're not letting them bring that to your house. So there is an event that is about to take place, and I feel like that is the spiritual and financial relief that you have coming in. People have been listening to you, believe it or not. So if you set some ground rules like this is what it is, you might have some helpers or some spiritual support coming in for people to be telling others like, hey, leave them alone. I don't know how to explain this. Let's say you don't feel like some people are listening to you, but they're defending you. They're defending how you are or like how you maneuver. So I would also take that into consideration. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, is it like talking to a partner and feeling like they're not hearing me, they're cherry picking what I'm saying, they're like half listening, they're not engaging, they're not present, but then they go to bat for you and they're like, hey, they have a whole schedule, they got things going on. Like, just take all of these things into consideration. You are going to be finding out about some rumors that have been spread. Remember that your telepathy is on 12. You are just going to be seeing through the things that people have said about you. I don't know. It's almost like people are not going to be able to hide how they feel about you. Truly. It's going to be really weird. They're going to be acting real silent around you. And this will kind of tell you who you should be around and who you should not be around. The people that are not consistent. The people that are always flaking out. The people that say one thing and then when they're face to face, they do something completely different. It's just showing you like, oh, they're not being serious right now. You're also going to be holding some people's feet to the fire. Let's say somebody promised you something a long time ago and they never followed through. They never came through. They were never consistent. They were like, oh, I'm going to be a friend to you. I'm going to be the best lover. I'm going to be all these things. And then they never did any of that. And now they want something or they need something or you've counted them out. You've checked them off your list. You're like, I've cleaned house. I'm not talking to them anymore. They're taking notice. Okay, these people are taking notice. I see you guys really moving on fast because you're ready to adapt. And what you have been dealing with is not good enough. Do you know what I'm saying? What you have been dealing with is not good enough. Some of the people that you wanted to trust, that you thought were smart, you're seeing that they're not smart. They're not intelligent. And it's not because you're trying to be a dick. It's not because you're trying to be a smart ass. It's because they don't have their life together. So you guys have other alleged CEOs, other alleged influencers or entrepreneurs, and your telepathy on 12 going on 20. You're like, I know they're going to get a divorce. I know that they're having relationship problems. I know that they're still on off with that Dusty. I know that they're hiding things from me. Bottom line is, you know that people are hiding things from you. And because you see through them, they don't want to be around while this powerful energy shift is going down. This is a very big event in your life. So whether you're seeing this during a big eclipse that only comes around every, I think, 36 years, riddle me what? So if you're not seeing this during eclipse season, just whatever you see it, it's meant for you. It is for you, because there's something very rare taking place. You are going to be showing people that you're the real MVP, that you're the real CEO, that you're the real Slim Shady. Please stand up. But seriously, because people thought, because what you had been through, ooh, you're more damaged. You've been through more. You definitely have PTSD. People felt like, oh, I should feel sorry for them because they just can't get it together. But there was a lot that you were sorting out. And now that you were at the end of sorting things out and being sick and tired of being sick and tired, now everyone's gone silent crickets. And I mean that literally. People are going silent because they are so scared that you are going to see through them. And I don't know why you need to know this, but you just need to know this. If you just needed a confirmation like, hey, bestie, some of the people I've been going around or I haven't been hearing from, like, they're like MIA. They're silent. They're trying to end round talking to me through a friend of a friend of a friend. Like, oh, tell Sally Joe that I'll catch up with them later. When they could have just called you, when they could have just texted you. You picking up what I'm putting down? Like, it's showing that these people do not keep their word. That is another thing. You are ascending. And since you just graduated from the school of freaking hard to the knocks to the petty to the all the things, you're really seeing like people that don't keep their word. You got a lot of pretenders of standing on business. And the real Slim Shady is going to show them, this is what standing on business looks like. It might not look perfect. I might look like a whole basket case. I don't freaking care. I know what needs to be done. I know how it needs to be done right. So whoever tried to take advantage of you being in a backslide, a dark night, whoever was trying to take advantage or make it a cash grab, I don't know if anybody was trying, not extort, but somebody was trying to exploit what you were going through. Like, oh, they're going through something, so I can get these things from them, or I can do this, or I can get away with that. And now karma is coming to play. You aren't going to hear crickets out of most of these people. And if they have to come around you, they're going to be real skittish or real quiet because they couldn't keep their word. You know they couldn't keep their word. They know that you see through them. You are so freaking intimidating. People are in for a rude awakening because you are not only going to stand on business, your aura is going to say, rawr, like I'm scary. I don't know how to explain that, but you know what I'm saying? You guys know what I'm saying. 1404 on my timer. That could be significant to someone. There are people around you that have been trying to act like they're also ascending. And you only want to be around real right now. You don't care if that circle turns into a period. In this new timeline, you will not have fake friends. You want people that are about their bag, that are about their business, that are about whatever your core values are. If your core values are family, working out, running a business, these are the type of friends you're going to have, if any. Like, you're really tired of people pretending that they do what they got to do. Do you know what I mean? You had a lot of people that you were trying to be around that are like, I'm an entrepreneur too. I'm a messenger too. I'm a mother too. I'm all these things too. It was a whole Me Too movement, and all of these people tried to fool you. And now you've gone through all the waves of emotion where you were happy, being their friends. You were happy thinking that you had this support. You were happy feeling like somebody was listening or that you were understood. And then you went through the sadness. You're like, dang, they're not being consistent. Something's up with them. You had some people around you that were numbing and then they were hiding it, because that's another thing. People don't know how to act around you. Some people are so intimidated that they have to be socially lubricated if they can't hide from you. They have to be on some type of substance, and that's really sad, because I know that's not what you want for them. But then you also don't want them around you, because you can energetically tune into that. You're like, something's up with them. They're on something. Like, they've been doing something shady. So you're just learning who you got to steer clear of. I do see that something that you're working on is sleeping better. You haven't been sleeping well, or you haven't been getting a lot of sleep. You've had so much on your mind, so much on your plate, but you are about to make a shocking discovery that none of this work that you've been doing, this empowering, this crying, these sleepless nights, none of this was in vain. And everybody now is going to be seeing you in a whole new light, because you always stand the test of time. You guys show people I might look like a mental basket case, but what I do works. And I'm going to keep perfecting what I do until I get it right. That's one thing about whoever I'm speaking to. Like, you don't give up. No, you do not. Like, you do a test run, you're the mad scientist. You're like, no, there's got to be an easier way. There has to be an easier way where I can get sleep. I can do this. I can take care of that. You are going to be creating residual income in this timeline. Because however many years have passed since you've had a shift like this, it's big. It's going to be memorable. It's going to be one for the books. Again, people are going to be seeing you in a whole new light, because you have learned from the last 3 decades. Most of you tuning in have learned from the last 3 decades, whether you were, this is your childhood, this was your 20s, your 30s, whatever. The last couple of decades, all of that's being compiled, all of that wisdom. And you're about to create a really beautiful life where things are easier and you're not taking shit off of anybody. So let's say you have this really toxic job. You're like, why am I holding on to that? I'm tired of trying to adapt to that when I need to adapt to the new timeline. What is over here that I need so bad? What is in this broken relationship with this lover that never picks up or makes me feel like the side piece? Pay attention to who is showing you that they are envious of you in very weird ways. Okay? Let's say you go out and buy something and you think, oh my gosh, I love this. It's so cute. And then a week later or a month later, you see your neighbor wearing the same thing. Let's say you haven't seen your neighbor in months, but they see you. Let's say you haven't talked to somebody in months and they saw you at the grocery store and they didn't say anything, but they texted you after the fact. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's just some shady, weird energy, because people aren't doing the work over here and they're going to get called out. They're not going to only get called out by life. They're going to get called out by God, by karma, and this eclipse or this powerful energy shift, because it's just crazy. You guys have people around you that they rush things. And though you might be a person that doesn't like to pay attention to detail, that might drive you nuts. You don't like doing all this tedious work. You are seeing where that can burn you in the end, where you've got to go over things. There are some things that are really important to you right now that you have not had time for. Point blank, period. You have not had time for some of your biggest priorities. So you're like, oh, I've got to figure out a way. Without cutting corners, without taking shortcuts, but making your life easier and doing it in a very sustainable way. But I'm just seeing that you're going to catch some people that have been watching you for a time or 5 or year or 5. Now, I know that's going to sound really weird, but you're going to know who these people are by the things that they're doing, the people that they're connecting with, and the people that they're talking to. I don't know how to explain this. Okay. Let's say your thing is playing softball. You're really good at it. You think nobody notices, nobody in your neighborhood's paying attention, then all of a sudden your neighbors are also playing softball and you see them at softball. Do you know what it's giving that, like, I didn't even know you did this. I didn't even know you liked that. So, Spirit for some reason is saying everything right now is under review. Just, there aren't a ton of people that you can just get rid of, especially if they're family or you're obligated to see them for some reason. But just keep them at arm's length. I see you keeping a lot of people at arm's length. Like, all right, I clocked your weirdness. That's real weird to me. And yeah, again, people are trying to rush to what you have. So your silence is golden. I've been telling you guys that for a week or two. Your silence is golden right now. Do not tell people what you're up to. In fact, people might think you're crazy because you're such a secret keeper right now, but you're like, no, I don't want anyone knowing what I'm up to. I don't want anybody. It's really going to annoy you, people that can't keep secrets right now. So you might just not tell anybody anything. Like, that's how annoyed you are at this point. Like, seriously. Because it's like the people that have been acting like they don't see you, acting like, oh, wait, you do what? Oh, I do that too. You didn't know that? But they didn't do it until after the fact. You're really going to put everything you do in a vault. It is going to be locked away. You are not just going to be a gatekeeper. You're going to be very protective because you got your own timeline that you're adapting to. You're like, I can't be bothered right now. But seeing all these other people that couldn't keep a secret, they realized that for some reason your information was valuable and they had to share. It's like a data leak. You have people that you care about that knew some of your business and they leaked all of this data. That is going to hit the fan. I see that hitting the fan in the next month. Okay? You had some people that you confided in, and maybe you didn't even think twice about something very small that you said, but can be very big if told to another person. And so you're going to realize the people that have been telling things to your enemies, or telling things to people that you've been trying to protect yourself from. It's like a lot of people around you lack social skills. So they have to tell your business, where they have to talk crap, where they have to gossip, they have to start rumors, they have to lie and embellish, they have to be socially lubricated. It's one or the other. They either have to be socially lubricated or they have to talk crap. So I see you getting rid of a lot of people. Like, I don't want to talk to anybody because all of these people are in scarcity, they're in lack, they're in poverty. And I want nothing to do with it because you're ascending. You're flying above the clouds and no longer having this dysmorphia about who you are. You're standing empowered. You're standing encouraged. Like, yeah, I might look batshit crazy. I might look, like I don't know what I'm talking about, but I do know what I'm talking about. I know what I want. I know what I've been through. Like, you most likely, like me, had to grow up at a very early age. And if you had to grow up at a very early age, you feel like you've lived lifetimes already. And some of these people, they just don't understand that because they had things easier, or they tried to expedite things for themselves, or they cheated. So those of you that are leaving the matrix behind for good, that's a big deal because you see what's corrupt. You cannot be bribed. You cannot be bribed. You cannot be extorted, and you are graduating from said lesson. People are going to be seeing you in a whole new light. They're going to be like, oh my gosh, Susie's cubicle is empty. Where's she been at? Is she on vacation? Like, what's going on? Oh, Susie quit this morning. What? You're going to be popping up in places that people don't expect you to be, and you're going to be disappearing from places people expected you to be. You cannot be bribed. The devil knows your price and you don't care. You could have even been offered more money, and then like, let's say you were offered more money at a job or you were offered a promotion, but they tie one hand behind your back. It's not what it appeared to be. It's a hoax. It's a hoax. It's a hoax. It's a lie. It's some BS. But they expect you to stay because they've given you more money. And you are going to show them, yeah, the devil might know my price, but I'm not staying here. I'm not staying here because this is a different type of struggle. If you're tying one hand behind my back, I'm just struggling, okay? And this is happening in all areas of life that you're walking away from and that you're just not going to feel bad about it. That is how much you can't take it anymore. You're like, what are the situations that keep me up at night, that keep me stressed, that even when I get home, I'm still mad about? What is draining my energy to the umpteenth degree and I can't handle it anymore? It just feels like theft, straight theft, because time is so valuable to you and it keeps getting stolen. Precious time that you need for yourself, precious time that you need to spend on things that are important, or precious time that you need at your job, being supported, being encouraged, and people aren't doing that for you. So wherever they expect you to stay, you're seeing that they have the intent to harm. You wanted to believe like, oh, they're just busy. HR hasn't been able to get back to me. Oh, they're just busy. They haven't been able to, tell me what's going on with my raise or, the people I'm trying to hire. Like, no, this is turning your whole life upside down. And wherever that is happening, you've had enough. And you're going to shock some people when you step down. You're going to shock some people, when you walk away. You are going to, I hate gnats. Parasite. You are seeing who is the parasite in your life. Who is the spiritual vampire? Who is the spiritual energy vampire? Is it this job? Is it the matrix? Is it this family? Who is this? Because you're putting all of it on do not disturb. They're going to be like, oh my gosh, they turned their phone off. They changed their number. They're going to step down. They're going to leave. They're putting in their resignation. What do you mean? You're doing this because these people are a liar. They act like children. There is a lot of jealousy over your power and your position because a lot of people see that though they might be handing you something, you don't need it. So they don't ever want you to see your actual power. They're terrified of that. They want you to be like this, like scared of them because you have been through a lot of trauma. So let's say this is a boss. Knows that you've been through a lot of work trauma, promises you some things, but those things, they come with a lot of strings attached and not a lot of support, not a lot of help. So it's like not really worth it. It's like a catch-22. It feels like a lose-lose because even though there might be some more money, there's no time to enjoy it. There's no time to spend it. Maybe you're never able to take time off. So you are seeing that people lied to you. You're also going to be seeing others that said they really cared about you, or let's say you were taking care of some people. Okay. You could be taking care of some people at work. You could have been taking care of some people in your family, and somebody is really jealous of that. But is trying to be passive aggressive, like, I'm not jealous, I'm not worried, but they're acting real weird. I see you also kicking that to the curb and putting it on do not disturb. Like, you have like no toleration for this anymore. If you didn't know you were chosen, now you know. Another airplane. If you didn't know that you were chosen, now you know. It's about to pop off. I cannot explain that enough. Like, I cannot express that enough. Because you're like, me living this lie and acting like we're good, like I like you, like I don't see you, those days are over. So I'm going to say what I got to say, and then we can proceed from there, which we won't be proceeding, but you're going to know how I feel because it's the end of Foot on Next season. You've had to put some pressure on. You've had to put your foot on the necks, and now karma's going to do it. Now justice is going to do it, and you get to go live your life as you maneuver on the new timeline that you've been waiting for years, if not decades. You've been doing a digital detox, a digital cleanse. You've been you've been disconnecting, you've been regrouping, but your temper and your telepathy's at a 10, a 12, a 20. And the people that have been talking crap about you, you see them. You see them. I cannot. Don't trust. Can't count on them. Cannot count on them. They always create their own narrative. You've been really good at putting distance between you and some of these people, but you are getting an opportunity where you're going to have almost like a platform to say what you need to say. And people are really going to want you on their territory or on their turf. That ain't going to help them. Because where before you might be antsy or anxious or might not have certain people around you that would normally have your back, ooh, you're going to have the power of your ancestors. Know that, okay? Because you are closing out a vicious cycle. You refuse to relive and recreate. If there was somebody that used to be around, a grandparent, aunt, uncle, a loved one that would normally make some of these situations feel more comfortable, somebody is watching over you. And they're going to be right by your side when these people want to act stupid. So you'll know the right things to say. You are no longer extremely sensitive or fragile. Like, you might be sensitive with one person. That could be a lover or your soulmate. But you are not going to be offended easily by anybody. Okay? These mental conflicts, you're not going to allow past relationships to dictate or predict how this current relationship will be. You're going to let their BS, their drama dictate it, but you are not going to let your past trauma dictate what's going on here. You just see things so differently. I hope I'm explaining that okay or correctly. We have superstitious. You could be extremely superstitious. And maybe on this new timeline, you're like, I got to do what I got to do sometimes. And though this would be against my better judgment, there's something that I need to close out. So you might be going certain places again so you can close out whatever entanglement this is. We have family or religious obligations. That is what I mean. So it's either family obligations, religious obligations to family, or work obligations. And you are done feeling tied down to any of these people, whether it's alimony, child support, a custody battle, a divorce, an arranged marriage, an angry ex-partner. Ooh, I'd hate to be on the other side of you right now. Yeah, you are coming in flaming hot. You are coming in flaming hot. Woo! These cards are flying. Okay. Some of you guys that are dating, you could be ending it with somebody like, this isn't going to work. This has just been the longest fling ever. Let's stop pretending. You might be calling somebody out for being wishy-washy. You'll be calling somebody out for venting about you. And when they maybe ask you, like, what brought this on? Just because I'm done. Because I said so. I meant what I meant. You can't just treat me as like I'm some stuff that you can just put on a shelf. Riddle me what? That's not happening. We have action. And you turning your rage upside down. I'm hearing that song, I Miss the Rage. This rage is going to be more righteous. You're going to transmute it. This is going to be healing for you to stand up to somebody that has been really mean to you or your loved ones. Wow. Holy Spirit, what other advice do we have? I'm hearing it's going to be lights out. Secrets are being revealed to you. So this season is going to be a really big level up. Remember, you're creating your legacy. But it's going to be lights out for people that try to distort who you are. You've tried to be open-minded. These people refuse to be open-minded. So you're out here with your machete like, what'd you say? What'd you say? Oh, you're mad at my boundaries? I don't care. I don't care. Like, you have more wisdom now to deal with these people. Yes, you do. So much change. No longer trying to fill a void. You're like, yeah, I don't know why I wanted to be with you or work here or deal with this. I don't know why I thought ever that was a good idea. So, And there's going to be a lot of beauty for you in this season. Something that you're getting back on track. Again, back to the dysmorphia part that I said. Whatever has seemed jumbled or foggy, you're getting ready to clear this up. You know that you need more rest, more than anything. And I feel bad for the people that think that they can come up against you. You will be learning how to cut cords properly. If you feel like when you were cutting them before it wasn't really working, you're like, why am I still thinking about them? Why are they still able to, bother me? So you are being shown a better way to cut cords. That's going to mean something to someone. And then proper giving and receiving, what a proper give and take is. You are no longer going to be hyper-focused or hyper-fixated on things, because that's you in scarcity or scanning for threats or being in fight or flight. There are certain things that you're going to be working on to make your life, your quality of life better, for you to be more present, for you to seize the moment, to see like this is a good life, and this is a life that God wants me to have. So I'm going to pick these up and we're going to close this out.
2,000 years later.
Get ready to watch your back, roll your sleeves up, and take the gloves off, because you are going to have to watch your blickety back. You picking up what I'm putting down? And it'll be the last time somebody, I don't know, it's like you're going to have to see what some people are made of right now. And you might just disappear on somebody. I don't know. It's like if somebody puts you in an effed up situation that you don't want to be in, you might lose your mind. And people have been warned. They really have. You don't like being put in situations where you've got to come out of the gate swinging, and you know who's out for blood, so you know who to you know how to protect yourself. You know who's out for blood, but at the same time, you're not going to deal with anybody's unwanted critiques. You're not going to deal with anybody's unwanted criticism. I don't know. I see that you're making some silent observations, and where you normally hold back or hold some restraint, you're like, I'm on the new timeline. Let me reintroduce myself. I'm sorry. Hello. I'm on the new timeline. I don't know who you thought you were talking to, but let me reintroduce myself. You're the chaos. You're the craziness. Maybe you're being put in some of these situations for the last time to tie it off with a bow. Something's got to be said to certain people, and you might be put in a certain position where you're the one that has to say it, where you're the one that has to call somebody out for doing things a certain way, for jumping down people's necks, for thinking that they're ruthless when they're a whole wishy-washy. You are going to show people where they're simps, where they're insecure, where they play too much. So if you get really salty about having to go certain places because of an obligation, I feel like you're not going to really hold back. You're not going to really hold back. And it's not the time to do so anyways. Because if you are watching this when there is this energy shift, you're a chosen one now. And when you were dealing with some of these people before, you didn't know that. Okay? You didn't know that you were a chosen one. And people are trying to ask you to oh, can you tone it down? Can you dim it down? Can you not act crazy? It's a no. You're not going to let anybody throw shade on you. You're on point. Everything you do is on point. And people don't like it. But again, before, you didn't know that you were a whole chosen one. And that these were chaos agents. So you're going up against some of the worst people in your industry, the worst people in your arena, some of the worst people online, some of the worst people in your family you are going up against, and you are being put in the position because you're the one that's strong enough to do it. Maybe somebody else around you has been the spokesmodel, but they pop off a different type of way, and I'm just seeing you're going to get some licks in. You are definitely going to get some licks in. Ooh, we have the judge. You're showing people time. Time has been the proof. Time has been the proof. So let me tell you about my verdict. Seriously. People thought like, no, it's a landslide. I'm winning. I'm like, people like to brag, and people are just going to end up showing their behind, like that they don't actually have it all the way together. Your guys' main advice is those people that try to bully you from the sidelines, they try to be really sneaky about how they get that done, how they get you to do what they want you to do. Those that they don't have the capacity to really understand you. You see that clearly, and you are standing in your power. It is lights out for those that have just keep dismissing you and keep playing. Like, this isn't a game. You're a chosen one, and your life is not a game. And that's what these people just don't understand. They just don't get. They think that because you need a job or you need to do things, that you'll just keep putting up with certain things. And it's a no. It's a no. You are adapting to the new timeline. You know what needs to be done. You're coming in flaming hot. You're no longer showing people like, oh, I'm fragile, I'm going to cry, I'm sensitive. And you very well could be sensitive. You're just going to be better at tying off your emotions around certain people because they're just not worth it. They are not worth it. So if you forgot that you were a chosen one, if you didn't know for a long time that you were a chosen one, you see that now. You know that now. So there's a lot of corruption being exposed, favoritism. But then the bottom line is, in this season, your favoritism will be shown. Because God favors you. They can be whoever's pet they want to be. Okay? You're God's teacher's pet. People think that you had made a deal with the devil. And it's God's favor. If you guys made it to the very, very end of this message, I want you to comment down below. It's about to go down. This is God's favor. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. This is God's favor. They better ask somebody. So you are definitely going to be reintroducing yourself. This is main character energy. And you are strong, silent, even more secretive, even more mysterious. You are fearless. You are galactically intelligent. Yeah. People don't like your independence. They need you to be dependent. They need you to be dependent. And you just, nope. Nope, 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 nope. They just don't even know what to do. People aren't even going to know where to look. I can't. All right, you guys, I love you so much. I'm sending you guys the biggest hugs. Let me know how it resonates. I channeled this so fast. I'm like, ugh. Like, make it make sense. Somebody, let me know in the comments. All right, you guys, I love you. Don't forget to smash the you-know-what. Hit the bell, duh. There's a bunch of new messages on Patreon, all ad-free. It's only $11.11 a month to join. And, yeah, we just did a karma message, personal messages from your grandparent. There's love messages on there if you're looking for that. There's so many readings on Patreon. And again, they are all ad-free. Okay. Hype up this video if you claim this message. And just thank you guys for all of your love, your support, your beautiful donations, your comments, your affirmations. They don't go unnoticed. We are on this new timeline and we are adapting. Riddle me what? Riddle me what? All right. Bye, guys.